What's up, guys? Alright, you are here, and we are watching Quantic Gaming versus zNation in the International 2 qualifiers. This is a best of 3, and right now, Quantic Gaming, repping the USA, are up 1-0 versus the boys from Russia, and right now we are getting off into a very fast band pick phase. Right now, just looking over the bands, we've got 2 from each team. From zNation, we've got Chen as well as Lycanthrope, and from Quantic Gaming, we've got Invoker as well as the Nature's Prophet. So right now, first 3 bands in the game are all, or first 4 bands, 3 of which are jungling heroes. Oh, actually, sorry. 4 of which are all jungling heroes. So both teams really just want to deny that heavy pushing strat from the other team. You know, just maybe gonna try and opt for a more turtle-ish, maybe gankish type strategy. Don't want to have to deal with picking up heroes that are all about the anti-push that may be lacking a bit in the ganking or carrying department. And I mean, Quantic, as we all know, are very, very well known for their carrying abilities, such as Korok's Morphling. Yeah, you know, Kuroki Morphling, whatever, what have you. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's pretty much famous in the North American as well as European scene. So Quantic, it makes sense for them to ban out this pushing strategy. as maybe they just want to extend the game a bit farther into maybe 30 to 40 minutes and give Korok some time to get his farm going.
10 seconds.
And we've got the Leshrac coming out here from zNation, so not a jungler, but also one of the very strongest very strongest pushers in the game, excuse me, with that Diabolic Edict. As I've said many times, Diabolic Edict, pretty much like a magic trick that makes towers disappear off the map, and it's really strong. And we can just leave it at that. He's just really strong. We do have Windrunner picked up first by Quantic Painted Gold, who is captain for the X-Gosu / Quantic Gaming team. And that will most likely be played by either Solara or Painted Gold. If it's mid, it will most likely be Painted Gold. If it's in the off lane, which is bottom for Dire team, it will be Solara. Solara played a very good Windrunner last game. As we saw, oh man, the one thing that stuck out to me the most was that shackle shot at the mid lane when they were raxing on who was it? On the Night Stalker, I believe. He like went past the raxes and shackled him to like the one tree on that side of the base. It was incredible, and he's an incredibly talented Windrunner player. With most of the junglers being banned out, with the exception of, I believe, Darkseer potentially, we do see Enigma picked up here by the Radiant team. Enigma, a staple usually in the Quantic lineup whenever they go into competitive matches, usually played by Last Hit Magic. Actually going to get picked up by zNation, and they're also going to go for the Morphling pick. So, you know, they don't want to waste a ban on the Morphling or the Enigma, so they say, you know what, if we don't think we can deal with it, and we know that they're really good at it, but we don't want to ban it, let's pick it. Why not? And, you know, I'm just interested to see what they go with here. They're setting themselves up for a decent team fighting / turtling team, with Morphling most likely going to be on that split push duty, with Enigma, you know, it's so devastating with that black hole, especially when you're trying to push into his base at the tier 3 towers. And, I mean, if you can complement him with just one more really strong AoE ultimate, such as Lich, such as Tidehunter, what have you, Earthshaker as well, Enigma and that one other hero can just do wonders for turtling up this game. Or Darkseer. Still haven't seen Darkseer, but we may actually see Quantic pick him up. And PC Zone wants to see Korok Storm Spirit. I'd like to see a Korok Storm Spirit as well, and I think Storm Spirit could do pretty well here. You know, just to have that reliable initiation to go in on that Enigma before he pops that black hole off, especially, that can just be so devastating. And right now, we do have second and third picks coming up from Quantic. We have the Lich as well as the Brewmaster picked up here. Lich most likely going to be played by Quantic Mikey. And Brewmaster, I suppose, is going to be played by Painted Gold. Maybe going to be going mid. We did see Painted Gold play it last game, and he played it very well. He's got some really great micro on that hero. And a lot of people gave a lot of credit to Korok's Morphling that game. And, you know, not to take away from that. Come on. We all know Korok, Morphling, etc., etc. But, Painted Gold, his micro on that Storm Panda especially, he had some really great kill setups with that Cyclone. And, you know, microing it just to take heroes out of commission during the team fights and turn it into a 5v4. And then after the team, or like towards the end of the team fights, just, you know, setting them up in the air before Primal splits over and giving Korok that easy setup for the kill. You know, he played that Brewmaster really well. Broodmother is going to be the last pickup here, so you can expect me to be flubbing my words often when I'm talking about Brewmother, Beast, what have you, Brewmother, I don't even know. I'm already getting confused. Broodmother and Brewmaster. Just kidding. But yeah, it's right now. They could go a few different ways with their lanes from the Radiant team. They could go for the off-lane Broodmother, which is so common, and put the Enigma in the jungle, which would be great, obviously, because, you know, you're taking advantage of that open jungle, and you know, opening up that fourth lane of EXP and farm for an extra hero. So that would be the economic way of going about it. You could maybe see them do an Enigma in the off lane and do the Chinese style of Broodmother in the safe lane with a support, and put a dual lane middle with the Morphling and pick up a jungler perhaps. although I'm not really sure if there are any aside from Darkseer. We'll see if they pick up. He would really complement them well in terms of comboing that Enigma Black Hole. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And Crystal Maiden is going to be the fourth pickup here from Quantic Gaming. I didn't really go over the bans. Last two bans from both teams were Ricky and Sand King from zNation, and Shadow Demon as well as the Queen of Pain, as we saw CRZ, Crazy I think? CRZ? We'll go with CRZ. As we saw CRZ play last game, and that was scary. That was good. He was like one-hitting kids. So, you know, a little respect ban coming out there from Quantic Gaming. And we are going to see the Venomancer picked up here by zNation. So, you know, can still go that dual lane route, whether he's supporting the, or most likely going to be supporting the Morphling, sorry. And, you know, it's really, you know, it's up in the air, whatever they want to go for. They could go for what I said before with another jungler. Don't really know. Anything could work. But we do see the Storm Spirit picked up last by Storm Spirit picked up last by Quantic Gaming. Blech. So, looks like that's going to be played by Korok, and I'm expecting to see, they could go about this a few different ways. I, personally, am going to guess that they're going to do safe lane dual lane between Crystal Maiden as well as the Storm Spirit. Put that Brewmaster mid or bot. If he goes mid, I think he'll be solo. If he goes bot, I think he'll be dual lane with the Lich. And then Windrunner goes to the empty lane. And here on the Radiant team, one thing you gotta notice here is that since they have picked up Venomancer, that's only a slow. And they don't really have disables outside of their Black Hole and the Mini Sun from Malefice. So that's going to be tough to deal with the Storm Spirit, but they are going to try and kind of address this with the Dream Coil and Waning Rift combo. The Waning Rift going to be really nice to keep Storm Spirit in place, keep them from rolling around the map, and combo that with the Dream Coil as well as the slow, and most likely an Orchid Malevolence on the Broodmother to add on to that slow. And I think you've got some decent crowd control to keep that Storm Spirit from doing too much, as we change the overlay here and get ourselves into the game. So we're going to go over who is playing what. We've got Wet God on the Enigma, Nexus on the Venomancer, Staliner, I'm just going to call him Puck all game, but he's playing Puck, Sadoy on the Broodmother. Obviously, pretty much all these Russians are going to be called by their hero names, because I'm not going to try my hardest to pronounce this. And we've got CRZ, who played the Quap last game on the Morphling. We've got Mikey on that on that Crystal Maiden, excuse me. Korok with that Storm Spirit. Last hit magic is going to be commandeering that Lich. And we've got Painted Gold on the Brewmaster, as well as Solera, rounding it off for the Quantic team on that Windrunner. So it looks like we're going to have solo versus solo down at the bot lane. Good luck called out by both teams. Good manners. Yep, solo versus solo at the bot lane. Puck versus Windrunner. This lane, well, I'll go over that later. Mid lane, it looks like it is going to be that dual lane of Venomancer as well as Morphling, going up against a dual lane of Lich and Brewmaster. Potentially gonna have Lich go to the bottom lane. Not 100% sure just yet. Yeah, I think he is gonna be mid, dual mid. As we do see a little harass coming out here on Painted Gold, and I'm getting spammed with messages. And actually, Venomous Gale is going to be popped here, so going to get some good right clicks going. He does have that salve, though, so going to be forced to use up some of his regen early. Whether he salves or tango is not really sure. Pause coming out here from Korok, and then gives me a little more time to talk, as we do see Broodmother rounding off the Radiant team, and going up to that top lane, with, obviously, has that spin web, so he's going to have an okay time up here at top. Actually, no, I take that back. Crystal Maiden picking up the Sentry Wards early, so gonna be able to counter the pull if necessary, as well as throw one down in the lane, so that Korok as well as Mikey can throw down some harass on that Broodmother. Actually has a ward as well, so gonna be trying to block that pull, but to no avail, as it will just get countered. And Enigma doing a nice thing here for his teammate, gonna deny one of the creeps before the jungle creep spawn, so we will be seeing the Enigma going into that jungle and just gain some safe farm there for himself. Get that levels up, hopefully get a 6 relatively quickly, or relatively fast, and be able to gank that bottom lane or that mid lane with the Black Hole. think Storm will go for the G Stone. I'm assuming that's a Bloodstone. It's a good question. I think it's a good option. I think it's going to also be dependent on what kind of items the Radiant team go. Such as Orchid on Broodmother. I mean, he could opt for a BKB to nullify those potential silences from Puck and Broodmother if he picks up that Orchid Malevolence. But BKB not going to be incredibly strong versus an Enigma. So, because Black Hole does go through the BKB magic immunity. So we'll see. I think Bloodstone is going to be a good option this game. I also think either Hex or Orchid will be good on Korok. Not just for the DPS, as he is going to be the main DPSer for this team, as Windrunner and Brewmaster not really the strongest right-clickers. So I think an Orchid would be nice for the DPS, and it would help prevent the Morphling from using that Morph ability as well as a waveform. Also good against the Puck, not allowing him to phase shift their Illusory Orb out of fights. Also Sheep, always good. Does give a good bit of DPS, good bit of stats, nice mana regen, and it has a disable, which is going to be key for taking out heroes like Broodmother, and Morphling. Also gonna prevent Enigma from wanting. Well, actually, I don't know about that. It could be nice if Enigma does go BKB, because then Korok could just zap into the fight and sheep him immediately before BKB goes off. I mean, that would be kind of tough, and it would take reaction time from both players. But if he could do that, that could really cripple the Radiant team's team fight. So we'll see. I mean, Storm very open in what items he can go for, but I think going a tankier route would be not too bad this game. And it is still possible. Apparently there is a Storm near, I believe, Painted Gold. So just trying to wait and see how his internet connection is doing. Hopefully we can still get this game on the road and watch it. It would really suck if I spent all this time talking about the draft for no reason. But guys, if you have anything you want to say, feel free. I'm looking at the chat all the time. If you ever see me look this way, it's for you guys. Oh man. Shout. Quantic giving out those shoutouts. I'll leave that up for a second, just so the North American players watching the stream can check it out. And we've got more coming out as well from Solara. Shout out to NADota.com. If you guys haven't actually ever been there, you should check it out. It's a nice little website, a little bit of trolling, but nice people there. Go over there, talk about Dota. Hopefully Sunday Evening Cup series will get started up pretty soon, so you can also check that out if you have a team of 5 players, casual or competitive. You know, if you want to get some good practice in with North American teams on your North American hosts, then feel free to sign up. And shout out to Spitwad for also having great live tournament discussion subform. Sort of like a Gosu bet section, except covering primarily North American teams, and having updated updated recaps like by the minutes in each thread. So check it out if you do support North American Dota. As the game is resumed, and yep, it is going to be duel versus duel up here at down there at mid, and up here at top. Mikey picking up that early level of Frostbite to give the reveal on that Broodmother, and it's going to do a lot of damage already, just throwing down those right clicks. He has picked up that Stout Shield though, so she's going to be decently resilient to those right clicks. Korok, meanwhile, just, getting his farm on, picked up that early level of Static Remnant.
No.
Down here at bottom lane, I'm really curious to see how this goes. I think Windrunner can do decently well against the Puck, even in the off lane for the Windrunner. But, I mean, with the Enigma ganking from the jungle eventually, that Malefice is going to be really good against the Windrunner ability. So, we'll see how it goes. I do believe Windrunner has the superior base damage, but actually, Puck going for a nice build here with that Mantle of Intelligence, gonna actually outclass Windrunner in the base damage department. Just slightly though, just slightly. Up here at top lane, it's going to be pretty rough for the Broodmother, I would assume. With in between Mikey, you know, just constantly double playing this, it's going to deny so much EXP away from this Broodmother, as well as gold. And not only that, but Mikey, you know, if he doesn't want to stick around for the EXP, he's just going to rotate into lane and, yep, do exactly this, harass.
Illusion.
Venomancer and Lich having a rune control ward down here at the mid lane, and Venomancer getting the better end of the luck aspect there, as he gets an illusion rune up there at top and denies that from the Dire team. But unfortunately also denies it away from his Morphling, who does have a bottle now. So hopefully going to be getting some good regen there from that, with Venomancer's help in securing the runes. The nice thing is though, Radiant, they do have this Enigma in the jungle. So they're going to be able to move him down towards the bottom lane and secure that rune versus the Lich, while Venomancer goes top, so not too bad. They do have their heroes spread across the map quite nicely. Meanwhile, Broodmother has finally plopped down that Observer Ward to counter the pull. Mikey doing his annoying thing over and over again.
Not so.
And wow, Puck with that early double damage and really just having the time of his life. Already up to 14 and 9 in CS compared to Solara's 3 and 4. So getting heavily outclassed down there at bottom lane. That DD rune helping out a lot, but also gotta remember Solara has to play a bit more cautiously. He doesn't have a rune. He doesn't have a ward down here to see the rune, as well as any incoming gank from Enigma in the jungle. As I miss first blood at mid, we're gonna see Morphling pick up the kill on Lich, and now Painted Gold just throwing them the Thunderclap, trying to get some harass going. Sorry about that. I probably should be watching that lane, as it is where all the action is most likely to occur. Now, last hit magic, keeping back into the mid lane. Meanwhile, Morphling gonna find himself a haste rune up there at the top lane, and maybe they're gonna go for another kill here. If they can get the Venomous Scale on that, on either one of them really, that level 2 waveform is just gonna do a good chunk of damage, and pick up some early, even more early gold for this Morphling, who up to 15 CS 4 minutes into the game also has that first blood. So nice little change in his purse. Meanwhile, Korok up to 25 and 9. Sitting on about 1400 gold, most likely going to be going for those arcane boots, as we do see the initiation going down here at mid. Yep, there we go. Venomous Scale as well as waveform to clean up that kill on Painted Gold. So 2-0 in favor of the Russians right now, and both kills being taken down at the mid lane. So mid really just not the place to be for Quantic Gaming at the moment. Taking a look at the CS up right now, we do have 22 on the Enigma, and he looks like he is leading the game for his team with 19 on Puck and 17 on Morphling. And let's see, 28 on Korok. Wow, pretty farm there as well, considering he is in lane against that Broodmother. 29, highest in the game overall. 14 on both Solara as well as Painted Gold. So a bit of an out farm, a little more like a little more spread apart here for the Radiant team, but we do have Korok in the lead at the moment with 31 now. Has picked up those power treads, so not going to be going for that very fast arcane boots into Bloodstone build, but instead maybe just going to aim for a more early game effective build, perhaps a fast Orchid to try and get an easy gank on Morphling in the early parts of the game.
Illusion.
Apathy, I'm watching it on Dota TV. Please, a no-name like me getting the password. Don't be silly. But we do have an illusion rune picked up by Venomancer up there at the top lane. Puck did move down towards the bottom, unfortunately for him, not going to be able to get that extra regen that he would want. Meanwhile, out of any other consumables, while Solera still has his healing salve, so going to be able to play a little more aggressive here on this puck and try and push him out of the lane. As you do see a bit of initiation going down here at the top lane. Broodmother going to get pulled as well as Novid, and yep, he's going to go down. Nice job there by the Quantic boys. Meanwhile, at mid lane, a little pressure going down here. Do have the illusion runes. Gonna get a little harassed. But going back to the top, now that Broodmother is dead, Korok and Mikey gonna try and get a little damage going on the tower here. And you know, working out quite nicely. Taking almost 500 damage off that, as we do see Solera is about to go down. Oh, but not before getting a kill, perhaps. Power shot, power shot. Yep, he is going to get the kill there. And Malefice is actually down if he wants to TP out. No, he's not going to. Instead, he's going to try and just man-fight this, but Black Hole is going to be popped, and the Eidolons are going to get the kill on him here. It looks like... Oh, but here's Windrun. No, not enough time to cast it, and he buys a TP before he dies, trying to spend as much gold as possible before he goes down. So a nice job there by Windrunner, converting a 2v1 gank into a kill for him, and wasting Enigma's Black Hole. Solid, solid. Meanwhile, checking out the CS again. We do have 27 on that puck, 33 up on that Morphling, 37 on the Enigma. Enigma also 1-0 and 0. So him and Morphling tied pretty much for the most farmed on the map, I suppose, if you just consider how much gold they've farmed. Oh, sorry. Yeah, looking at the gold graph just for a quick bit, as it is 8 minutes into the game. It is well above 1,000 gold difference. And Painted Gold is actually maybe going to go down here. Waveform has been used, as well as the Venomous Scale, but nope, not enough space to move around. Oh, but actually we do have Puck in the middle of the fight. He does have that Dream Coil up in 1 second, not even going to use it though, I don't believe. And we also have Enigma running in here. TP coming out from Quantic Mikey's Crystal Maiden, as well as Painted Gold buying back into the game. Mikey out of mana, out of HP, and he needs to be careful. Gonna get the last right click down from Puck, and he's gonna die. As Windrunner actually coming in from the bottom lane, rotating to get that kill on Enigma here. So it looks like it was about a 3-for-1, I want to say, with Painted Gold buying back there in favor of zNation. I didn't hit buyout. Maybe a little glitch there from Painted Gold's end. It's unfortunate if he didn't actually want to buy out. Solera gonna hit that power shot. Shackle shot not gonna hit though, and Illusory Orb is gonna fly. Not gonna bother pursuing this one. Meanwhile, Morphling did pick up a regeneration rune and is gonna have a nice time here at mid. Staying in there even more, got full bottle and his full HP and mana. Sitting on about 1,000 gold with 3 kills and 1 assist, so not really sure what he's gonna go for this game. I think Manta isn't going to be a like huge like priority first item, because they don't really have spells on the Dire team that are going to silence him or anything like that, such as Night Stalker's Curse of the Silent, or Fear of the Dark Hunter Knight thing. I don't even know, but yeah, no silences like that on the team to really, you know, mess with his morphing ability and waveforming escape mechanism. But if the Stormseer does opt to go for the Orchid Malevolence, maybe a Manta Style would be a decent first item. Maybe gonna go for the BKB just so he doesn't get shackled and Cyclone during fights. As a, you know, the Cyclone taking him out of commission is gonna really limit how much DPS the Radiant team is going to be able to do during team fights. So BKB could be a good option. Maybe Lincoln Sphere if he wants to get some extra stats up. So we'll see what he opts to go for. Meanwhile, Painted Gold has hit level 6, so he does have that Primal Split, and Solera wants to gear up for a Shackle Shot here at the mid lane, but no, not going to throw it, and Puck just going to scout him out and back up a bit. Meanwhile, they're leaving the Enigma as well as the Morphling down here at bottom lane. 2 very potent split pushers between those islands and that waveform span. And they also have the Ring of Akala up on Morphling as well as the Headdress on Enigma. So these creeps are going to be quite tanky when it comes to taking up the hits from this tower, and they need to respond to this one. I think giving up this free map control is not gonna end up too good for them, as Glyph is used and a kill does go down at top lane. Korok is gonna go down. Puck taking a lot of damage. One last right click, no, not gonna be able to take him out. Meanwhile, Broodmother completely out of mana. Does have the Soul Ring, but cooldown on that Brood lane spawn, and he is gonna get out safely. So not going to be a response bottom, it looks like, as the tier 1 tower does go down for Quantic Gaming down at that bottom lane. Painted Gold needs to be careful. They don't have vision of him up here, so it should be perfectly fine. And they do have vision of zNation, actually. So nothing going to come out here, it doesn't look like. Meanwhile, Broodmother has picked up that Soul Ring as well as those treads. 35 CS. Pretty respectable considering the tough dual lane he went against. And now, zNation's Morphling is going to go down here. It looks like nice roll boulder to do a little bit of stun as well as damage there. But Cyclone is going to send up Venomancer, keep him from doing anything to disrupt this gank. And Morphling, is he going to go down? No, he has that waveform out, so he's going to be perfectly fine. Waveform himself to safety, and a wasted Primal Split coming out there from Painted Gold. Quantic, both Mikey as well as Korok rotating back up to the top lane, and they are going to go on this Broodmother. Sentry Ward is down, so they're going to see this, but nice counter game coming out from Puck. Going to silence and kill off Korok, and now Mikey going to get chased down by Spiderlings, ruthless Spiderlings, and he's going to go down as well. So really a tough early game coming out here for Quantic Gaming. 9-3 in favor of zNation, and waiting for that gold graph to refresh. We're going to take a look at it now. Almost 3,000 gold difference in favor of zNation, and things looking pretty rough for Quantic early on in the game, as they are about to lose a second tier 2 tower, or tier 1 tower here at the mid lane. And with this, there's just going to be so much map control coming out from zNation, and they have picked up an early Smoke of Deceit, so once they get some of those offensive observer wards out, sorry, I actually do miss a kill on Mikey, or sorry, not Mikey, on Last Hit Magic Slich. Puck picking that one up solo, but once they do pick up some offensive wards in the Dire's jungle, they're just gonna smoke up and try and get some easy kills with that. Meanwhile, Morphling just farming his life away down here at the bottom lane. Not sure what he's bought. He's down to 1,600 gold. Does have his treads, so maybe just not spending enough time farming. Try and be involved in those kills as well as those pushes. Rightfully so. I mean, the tower gold quite nice for him as well. Now it does look like the Dire are going to try and move in on this tier 1 tower at mid. The Glyph is up, but they have a C-Tree, so you're going to be aiming to get some good damage out here. Glyph is popped, so it looks like we will be seeing a response, as we do see 3 heroes from zNation rotating towards the mid lane. Malphus is going to go on Last Hit Magic, but no follow-up there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Broodmother taking advantage of the time that Quantic is dedicating towards the bottom lane, and is just going to split push the top lane. It looks like he's going to come out with a tier 1 tower up here. Meanwhile, Morphling also split pushing the bottom tier 2, and Quantic need to respond to this. They can't dilly-dally in the mid lane for too long before they start losing too many towers. Already down 3 towers.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And zNation haven't lost any yet. And it looks like Morphling is going to go for the early Ghost Scepter and wants to pick up that Ethereal Blade early. And, you know, this could work out decently well. I mean, look at the HP levels on all of Dire's heroes. Bar Painted Gold on that Brewmaster. Stormspirit has 800 HP. 900 on Windrunner. 682 on Lich. 644 on Crystal Maiden. So if he does come out with that Ethereal Blade within hopefully the next 5 minutes, he should be pretty much one-hitting those heroes, assuming he morphs enough strength into Agi.
I steal from the slow.
So not too bad of a pickup. It's kind of like going to Dagon on like a hero like Nature's Prophet when you've got a huge lead. You know, like Dagon, one of those items that if you're very much in the lead, can be really devastating to you know, just take advantage of that. Korok giving him the little dodge there with the Thunder Roll. I don't know what it's called, Ball Lightning. I like Thunder Roll better, whatever. Taking a look at the CS scores right now. 81 on that Morphling, 67 on both Broodmother and Enigma. But on the Dire, wow, Korok 124, almost 125. Obviously, some of that is a bit skewed thanks to the Broodlings actually counting. But still, pretty farmed, but he is 1 and 2, so a few unnecessary deaths there. 60 on Solara's Windrunner, and nothing worth mentioning on the supports. And it does look like Stormspirit, as Miracle Max pointed out, is going for that Orchid Malevolence. Does have that second staff up, and just needs a recipe. So hopefully once he gets that, we're going to see some smoke ganks coming out of the Dire team. After they push out those lanes, really want to just try and get a smoke gank down there on that Morph lane, keep his farm down, maybe even Enigma in the jungle, and if they can take out that, you know, deadly teamfight Black Hole ability, maybe they can transition into an easy outer tower push with that. And it looks like we are going to have initiation here on the Broodmother. Sentry Ward is put down, as well as the Frostbite, keeping him in place. And yep, Quark is going to pick up the last kill on that one. Very low on HP and mana, though. Needs to TP out. Oh my god, the Broodlings are doing a ton of damage. But he will be perfectly fine, and he picks up that Orchid Malevolence as well. So maybe you're going to see him rotate down towards that bottom lane. You see TV's coming out down towards bottom as well. Wow, a nice Shackle Shot going to get hit by Solera. And we're going to have the Thunderclap as well, but he is morphing up that strength and that Agi into strength, but a nice Chain Frost is going to do a lot of damage there. And can they pick him off? Oh, the Cyclone Boulder. Oh wow, the Ethereal Blade and the Power Shot is going to miss as well. And they're going deep for this guy, but they are not even going to get him. And now, wow, a big 2-man Black Hole is going to come out here, and Elastic Magic is going to go down. Meanwhile, Enigma just getting the right clicks, spawning some Idolins, and now the waveform coming out. Oh, but that is going to be his death, as he is out of Agi to convert into strength, and getting a little too aggressive there. Meanwhile, Korok going deep right now. He does not have any mana for that static pull or electric vortex, and the damage is not going to be enough from that Orchid Malevolence to get the kill there. So completely out of mana. A little bit of an overextension, missed mana management there from Korok, but good enough. They are going to scare away this Enigma, and they're most likely going to go for a push down here at the bottom tier 1. So nice. At least they did pick up that Morphling at the cost of a Lich and a few cooldowns on ultimates. But, you know, every death counts, and trying to keep them back from how hard he was snowballing before is just going to be priceless for the Dire team at the moment. Meanwhile, we do have 3 heroes from each team up here at the top lane. Maybe you're going to see a small skirmish coming out, as we do have a Blink Dagger up on Puck. So they do have that element of surprise, if you will. Meanwhile, Mechanism is up on Enigma, so they do have some nice team fight potential there. Oblivion Staff, 2 Oblivion Staves on Broodmother. Going to be working towards that Orchid, and we'll have it soon. And that is pretty much it for noticeable items, as we do see the Blink coming in from Puck. 2-man Dream Coil. Korok is going to get the hell out there and sacrifice Mikey. Right play there. That is the correct play. Do not give yourself up to try and help a Crystal Maiden. Just let her die. Meanwhile, we do have Windrunner with that Buckler. So, about 200 gold away from that headdress, and then another 900 till that Mechanism. And now they are going to go on the Puck, and she is going to go down for sure. Orchid Malevolence is going to get the last bit of damage there, as well as the roll, just to secure that kill. But now Malefice doing a lot of damage right now, keeping him in place, and the Venomous Gale is doing quite a bit of DPS. Oh, Midnight Pulse is going to try and get a little more off, but nope, I think Korok is going to be perfectly fine, yep. And they are going to get out of that one with just a kill. A little rebuttal after Mikey goes down, avenging him and his death. Solera needs to be careful. Gonna get caught out by this Venomancer perhaps. But nope, just gonna go the other way and be perfectly fine. Not sure if the Venomancer actually saw him because of night vision, but Dire definitely did thanks to the sword. Meanwhile, down here at the bottom lane, Morphling just trying to get his farm going, but Solera saying, I will have none of that, and now we do have jump in coming out from Korok. He does silence the Morphling, but now Puck coming in with the counter gank, gonna pop the 2-man Dream Coil, and let's see if Morphling is gonna go down. Yes, he is gonna go down, and now Puck, yep, gonna go down as well. Nice roll coming out from Storm Spirit, and he is gonna get the kills right there. Double kill for him at the cost of Solera's Windrunner, and completely worth it in my books, as that is a 2-for-1 for Quantic, and keeping down that Morphling. He's gone from 3-0 and 2, 3-0 and 1 to 4-2 and 2. So really struggling to pick up that Ethereal Blade. I thought he was gonna have it by the 20-minute mark, as he did have that Ghost Scepter by 15. But now still roughly 700 gold away from that Ethereal, from that Ethereal Blade to pick up that Eagle Horn. And his farm has dropped off quite a bit, only 115 CS, 22 minutes into the game. And now Quantic is going to pick up this tier 2 tower, or tier 1 tower down here at bottom. And it is going to go to Korok as well. So he's sitting on 2100 gold. Whether he goes for the Sheep Stick for that extra disable or the BKB, not really sure, we'll see. Enigma, meanwhile, popping that mechanism just to keep his HP up, stay safe here at the mid lane. But now Puck, she's gonna be in the mix. Does not have that Dream Coil just yet, so no, not gonna initiate on that one. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit actually getting a kill down there on Morphling again. Wow, sorry for missing that one, but yeah, this Orchid is really paying off, and this was most definitely the right item choice, doing wonders for picking off this Puck as well as this Morphling. But that kill on the Morphling is going to be at the cost of a tier 2 tower at mid, as well as a tier 2 tower at top. So a lot of gold going the way of the Radiant Team's heroes. But now we are going to have initiation going down here. Korok is silenced from that Orchid on Broodmother, and he needs to be careful. Dream Coil as well, and he's going to go down. Now Primal Split has been popped, but a nice Hurl Boulder is going to completely cancel that Enigma Black Hole, and now Enigma needs to be careful. Venomancer going down as well. One last right click from Solera. He's going to go down. Enigma going to go down as well. Puck blinking back into the fight, and he's going to take out Lich actually, and going to get away completely scot-free. Broodmother just going to get the hell out of there as well. Nicely done there by the Radiant team. I mean, it looked like the Dire were in control of that fight after the Storm Spirit did get picked off. The Primal Split looked like it was just doing work on that Enigma and the Venomancer, as well as Solera off to the side. But I mean, the mobility from this hero Puck, between the dual blink between Illusory Orb as well as Blink Dagger, and the incredible AoE damage with Illusory Orb as well as Waning Rift. You know, it is just so tough to kill him and stop him from DPSing your team, particularly early on in the game. And that's one of the great things about heroes that are just so tough to kill against a hero like Brewmaster, whose Primal Split, you know, has a really tough time keeping up with extremely mobile heroes, especially when there are multiple mobile heroes. And not going to be able to get a lot of DPS off there with the Fire Panda. So I think the Puck pick is working out quite nicely for them, as we do see a pick off coming out here towards the bottom rune. Korok with a great jump, long range.
I was never a fan.
Gonna grab that Venomancer. He's sitting at about 1600 gold. Gonna buy up that Mithril Hammer pretty soon. Already has that Ogre Club and is working towards that BKB. So he's gonna be able to blink or jump into those fights completely unpressured, and particularly by that Puck, who's just doing so much to annoy him between the Waning Rift silence and the Orchid from the Broodmother. And now we might see a contention for this Roshan. Wow, Korok is going to go down immediately. Ethereal Blade doing so much damage. Roshan is down to 300 HP. Is it going to go down? And to who? Who's going to get the Aegis here? And now Quantic Last Hit Magic is going to pick it up with about 100 HP left. Painted Gold is going to go down, however. Lich is going to respawn momentarily. Mikey down to half HP. Needs to be careful. He's going to go down to Adaptive Strike. And Last Hit Magic going to get a few more right clicks on him. Going to go down. Nice double hero shackle shot, but unfortunately too little too late. Meanwhile, Brewmaster picking up a kill up here at the top lane. But Broodmother also picking up the tier 3 tower at top. Meanwhile, at bottom, Solera gonna go down. Ultra kill for Morphling. And things are looking really bad now for the Dire team. 21-13, 8 kill deficit in favor of the Radiant. And looking at the gold draft, well above 10,000 gold difference in favor of the Radiant. Is there a class in Dota 2 just like Warwick? I know Warwick is like one of those really sustainable solo top champions in League of Legends. Not really. I don't know. Tree? You want? Yeah, we'll go Tree. You can't kill Tree Protector. How about that?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Painted Gold gonna get caught off the side.
Dire's structures
Does have that
are
Drum of
fortified.
Endurance, but no Blink Dagger. Not gonna be able to initiate
Dire's bottom tower
from
has
here from this
fallen.
forest. So just gonna give up that tier 2 tower down at bottom. And yep, that's gonna be it for that. Another plus 1,000 gold to the Radiant team, pushing it to just above 12,000 gold advantage for the Radiant. Now we have the BKB up on the Broodmother. Wow. We saw just how pressured she was up at that top lane, but this is the strength of Broodmother. She doesn't care. She's gonna spawn broodlings, she's gonna send them to the jungle, she's gonna get her gold output up, or gold, yeah, she's gonna get her gold permitted up, and, you know, eventually you're gonna have to start dedicating your heroes to ganking heroes such as this Morphling. You need to keep them down, and Broodmother, you're gonna take that time to just farm it up in the jungle, farm it up in the lane, pressure down these outer towers, and eventually this tier 3 tower, as we saw him do. But now Morphling needs to be careful. Shackle is not going to latch. Frostbite is going to go, but not going to stop him from waveforming. And yep, Morphling going to get out of there perfectly safe. Really needed Korok to be in there to jump on that one first. Meanwhile, Morphling is sitting at almost 2,800 gold. Does have the Ethereal Blade. And curious to see what he goes next. I think Manta Style is going to be the right option here. Just going to try and get that split pushing and right click damage on. Now, Painted Gold needs to be careful. Waning Rift. Dream Coil, is it going to come up? No, not going to Dream Coil, as they don't have anything to stop the Primal Split aside from Black Hole. Solara has picked up that mechanism finally, and is going to be working towards a Pipe of Insight, which is just going to be really great. Nullify the damage from abilities like Venomancer's Poison Nova and Gale, Waveform, Puck's Waning Rift, or Dream Coil, Black Hole, what have you. Pipe's going to be the right pickup here this game. As we do see Initiation going down here, top lane. We do see Korok BKB. He's going to go in on this Puck. He's going to try and take him down. BKB is going to go. Not going to catch anybody though as Korok jumps out of it at the last second. And now Puck so low on HP, but now Broodmother BKB'd as well. Jumping into this fight. Going to pick off Last Hit Magic, and Korok going to go down to the Morphling. And now Morphling still very high on HP, but low on mana. Nice double hero shackle shot. Gonna just try and get some damage going out here, but it's not gonna be enough as Puck blinks out of the fight with about 300 HP. Has been so low on HP for so long this fight, and it's so hard to bring him down as Painted Gold is gonna go down to the rest of the heroes on the Radiant team, and that is gonna be the top Raxes for the Dire team going down. And no heroes dead yet for the Radiant. Meanwhile, 3 down with Lich respawning. And they're just going to immediately transition to this tier 3 tower down at the mid lane. They do have the mechanism. They can keep the HP levels up. Are they going to be able to get this tier 3? They have so many Spiderlings. And look at these Plague Wards doing so much damage. Insatiable Hunger is popped. Shackle Shot is going to hit. Stop him from DPS in just for a few seconds. But I don't think it's going to matter as Painted Gold is going to call the GG. Go next. And this is going to be a win for zNation. The series is tied up 1-1. And now, gonna come down to the last game in this best of 3 series to determine who is gonna advance to the next round and who is gonna get sent down to the losers bracket. Well played by zNation. Really strong, really strong early game. I think what really won them. Obviously the dual lane mid was incredibly strong. Picked up early kills on Morphling, but I don't think Morphling was the hugest factor in this game. I want to give it to the split pushing of Broodmother, as well as the counter ganking of Puck. Puck was always in the right place at the right time, knew when to be sitting next to the tower. One moment that came to mind was when Crystal Maiden and Storm Spirit, went for the dive near the tier 1 tower on Broodmother at top, and Puck immediately just jumps into the fray, silences Dream Coils, picks up a double kill there, and just that good movement around the map, that good counter ganking, that good just trying to pick up easy kills wherever you can, and keep down really early game effective heroes, and winning the early game against a lineup that really focuses on the early game. When you start doing that, it's just too hard to lose the game. When you're beating a lineup in the phase where they excel at most. And now we are going to go into the game 3, and we are just going to wait up for that game to be hosted. Not hosted just yet, maybe just going to be taking a quick break. And yep, so just going to mute my mic for a little, take a quick break, update my social media and such. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast so far. We do have one more game here, Quantic versus zNation, best of 3, 1-1, all tied up in the first round of the International 2 qualifiers for the Western region. Stay tuned, and hope you enjoyed it. Alright guys, and welcome back. We are live with game number 3 in this best of 3 series between Quantic Gaming, representing the USA, versus zNation, representing the boys from Russia. And it is all tied up 1-1. It's all coming down to this, deciding who goes in to the next round of the winner's bracket, round number 2, or who gets moved down to round number 1 of the loser's bracket in the Western qualifiers for the International 2. And right now we're just coming off a win from zNation, very convincingly, taking game number 2. And let's see if Quantic can come back, bounce back from that, adjust, and take game number 3. Right now, we are only about 4 bans into the ban pick phase, but just to go over it, we have Invoker as well as Broodmother, taken out by Quantic, and Nature's Prophet as well as Lycanthrope by zNation. Third ban is going to be Brewmaster, surprisingly enough, as Brewmaster is usually the one of the go-to heroes that Quantic has picked up in the past 2 games against zNation. But the Broodmother ban, interestingly enough, they really did not enjoy the Broodmother from last game. Rightfully so. The Broodmother constantly just split pushing down the lane through all phases, like especially like coming right out of the early game phase where she's held down, and you know she's got no farm, she's been killed once. You know, it's just, you know, it's not looking good for her. And then Quantic starts moving around the map. They start trying to gank up that Morphling, trying to keep down his farm, and all of a sudden, whoa, this Broodmother has Orchid and BKB, and it's like 20 minutes into the game. What do we do? and she's knocking down on your tier 3 towers, and she's actually taking your tier 3 towers and out carrying your main carry in Storm Spirit. So, a smart ban. We'll leave it at that. Leshrac is the last ban. Another strong pushing hero coming out of the ban pick phase from zNation, and Chen is going to be the first pick up here from Quantic. Second and third picks from them are going to be Morphling as well as the Crystal Maiden. So now we've already got pretty cookie cutter Quantic lineup going on right now, but we'll get into that a bit later, as for zNation, first two picks have been Windrunner as well as the Shadow Demon. And third pick, I'm not really too sure what they want to go with here. The Queen of Pain is still in the pool. Oh, and they're going to go with the Anti-Mage really early on in the game. So, interesting. So we've kind of got ourselves a bit of a split push slash farm fest going on this game already in the first three picks from each team. I mean, right now it's looking like it's going to be a dual lane mid for Quantic with Crystal Maiden as well as a Morphling. Put that Chen in the jungle, maybe get heroes on both side lanes that are really potent pushers. I'm expecting to see Syllabear. I think Syllabear is going to be the next pickup out of Quantic if it is not banned out. Enchantress is going to get banned out, however, so they do not want to defer a alternate pushing strategy to zNation. Don't want them to be able to trade towers with them at the same rate. You know, really want to keep that early game advantage, that hyper aggressive pushing before 10 minutes in their arsenal and not in zNation's. zNation's not bad. Fucking Russian. True, it is true though. A lot of Russians do play this game. It's kind of like the Philippines in a way. Ugh. And going really slow now. Kind of blew through the first three picks for both teams, and now still stuck on the fourth ban here from zNation. Ultra's in. It's for later, just between you and me. What? Hello? But right now, yeah, I'm predicting a Syllabear or Lune Druid pick coming out from Quantic here. Most likely, it could either be in the off lane or the safe lane. If they put it in the safe lane, they can kind of allow Chen to farm up in the jungle, get his fast level 5, so he can have those two creeps, and let Lone Druid farm up that level 7, because then Syllabear will have that Spirit Bear level 4 with that Demolish, and that can take down towers really fast. Darkseer is going to be the fourth ban coming out of zNation. Oh my god. My stream is getting trolled right now. I'm not really tan. I'm Filipino, so I'm like naturally brown. But you know, I'm not really too sure what's gonna happen here. I think Queen of Pain should be the last ban coming out of Quantic. No, it's gonna be Storm Spirit. So another really hyper aggressive intelligence ganking hero. And you know, that makes sense. They really want to make room for this anti-mage to farm. And the easiest way to do that is to have the other, like all four of your other heroes, you know, roaming around the map and ganking and, you know, just forcing the enemy team to play really passive near their towers. Don't let them get too far past the river. And by that, you know, you create this constant shroud of kind of fear, I suppose, and like, yeah, fear, deception, for the other team that, you know, they don't really know where you are. They don't know what you're planning on doing. They're trying to gank you, who knows. And Beastmaster is going to be the next pick out of Quantic Gaming. So, I mean, kind of in a way, going with a pushing strategy here. We do have Beastmaster, who, once he picks up early levels in that Inner Beast, if he does go that route, lately, offlane Beastmasters have been going the Call of the Wild build, and using the board to stack the Ancient Camp, and killing it off with Wild Axes, as well as a Soul Ring, and possibly a Bottle. Maddie's sad looks like sort. Fuck off, Jay. Sand King is going to be the next pickup here, so, you know, I'm really curious to see what they do here. Because if they lane the Sand King up top against that offlane Beastmaster, that could be really strong. Caustic Finale is going to do a lot of damage to him. And, oh, there we go. There's the Lone Druid, as I called it. So, most likely going to be Lone Druid going down towards that bottom lane in the safe lane, getting his farm and levels up, waiting for the Chen to get 2 creeps, and once Lone Druid 7 pushing down that tower relentlessly. Beastmaster up at the top lane, just going to be suicide. Dual mid, and for the Dire, I don't know. What if they do Night Stalker here? How would that be? Or Queen of Pain. One of those heroes that can really make space for this anti-mage. Because you need something that's going to be really hyper-aggressive in the early game that can kind of fend off these pushes at the same time. So you want something with anti-push, but you also want something that can take advantage of them being right next to your tower and, you know, go in for the kill. Huh. I don't know, I'm kind of at a loss right now. Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to defend that 25, that, like, early game push. They do have Caustic Finale and Burrow Strike, as well as a Power Shot, but I think you need one more spell, one more hero that has enough anti-push to, stop up that creep wave. Shout out to all 44 viewers out there watching me get stumped on my stream as to what they might possibly pick. Venomancer. Okay, that hero wasn't even banned. Alright, I'm dumb. I should have probably seen that. But, Venomancer, yeah, you throw down those Plague Wards, and that is going to be really good for trying to prevent the Radiant team from pushing into your base at, like, 10 minutes into the game. So, yeah, I like this pickup. This is strong. And they've got decent lane setup. If they want to go for the duel, they can do that. They can do Shadow Demon, Sand King, Anti-Mage Venomancer with a solo Windrunner. They can do a tri-lane with the Anti-Mage and the 2 support heroes with a solo Sand King up at top. Maybe an aggressive tri-lane. That could be an option. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I know we do have a pause coming out for Painted Gold. Just staying at the washroom. Did you make that? Seppi, you're literally just racist. Shout out to D-Stylistic. Yo, you better have gotten my birthday post. I spent like 5 minutes working on that picture. It's mad legendary. But yep, just going over who's playing what. We've got CRZ on the Sand King, so it's definitely going to be a carry Sand King, or a farming Sand King rather. Guy that I can't pronounce his name on the Anti-Mage, Sadoy, who played Broodmother on the Windrunner. Looks like he's designated offlaner. Wet God on the Venomancer, and Nexus on the Shadow Demon. Now we've got, oh, who would have thought Korok is playing Morphlane? Well, okay, alright. I didn't see that coming. But we got Mikey on the Crystal Maiden, Plastic Magic on his Chen, Solera on that Beastmaster, and Painted Gold on that off lane. I think that's gonna be an off lane Beastmaster. Yeah, you know, my base rate's usually around 75 plus, but you know, if you're not done by the 15-minute mark, I usually just charge another 20 per 5 minutes. No, I don't give him hand jobs. What? And game is resumed, so we're going to get right into this one as we see a 5-man top coming out from zNation. And for Quantic, we do not see the same thing, as they do not really have strong 5-man early level 1 roam heroes. So I know how hand jobs work. I'm a guy. Foot job, Seppi #1 foot master. What? Alright, I gotta get serious though. Painted Gold needs to be careful here. Actually, no, they do have the Lone Druid. He's using the Spirit Bear to scout out that top jungle for him. So that's always nice. As, actually, the Spirit Bear needs to be careful, as it might actually go down. Venomous Gale to go. They do have the Burrow Strike as well, if necessary. Yep. And that is just going to be an extra 100 gold on the back of who? Oh, no. So, Anti-Mage starting out with an extra 100 gold early on this game. And instead of the dual lane mid, we actually do have the dual bottom. So Painted Gold actually wants to go towards the mid lane with that Beastmaster. Gonna go for a very aggressive ganking strategy here. You know, hopefully he can control the runes, and once he hits level 6, most likely you're gonna rotate towards that bottom lane and pick up a kill there. Most likely on that Windrunner, it looks like it's gonna be. Pick up the kill on the Windrunner, or the Sand King actually. No, gonna be Windrunner. So pick up a kill on him, and if he does go for the early inner beast levels, they could probably push that bottom lane really fast with that Chen. So this can work. This can work. And offlane, Syllabear is actually really strong, just because you summon up that Spirit Bear, obviously when it's off cooldown, and move it up here, drag the creep wave back to yourself, and secure yourself some easy XP. But it is gonna give him. It's gonna be another minute before he can actually summon that bear again and actually do that. So he needs to be careful. But thankfully, Painted Gold did cut down these trees for him, so gonna have a little bit of vision off to the side. Know when Venomancer is trying to put pressure on him. Meanwhile, we do actually have a dual lane here at mid, so Sand King maybe not feeling too confident about soloing against this Beastmaster, or maybe he just really wants to deny the rune control away from Painted Gold here. Who is actually going for that inner beast early. So yep, looks like he will be rotating down towards that bottom lane once he hits 6, assuming he gets a good rune, etc. I mean, even if he doesn't get a good rune, even with just the aura, him and Chen are just going to push down that lane so fast. Going to be a really tough lane for Solera as well. Has actually got the creep wave back towards him, but not going to be the case pretty soon, as What God is pulling up this top lane, double pulling, so it's going to deny a lot of EXP from him, as Painted Gold does get soul captured as well as Disruption, and it looks like he is going to go down. Oh, but actually, maybe not. The Wilkin Tornado actually slowing them down quite a bit and putting Shadow Demon in really low HP range, so nicely done by Elastic Magic, knowing that this dual lane is going to cause a bit of trouble for Painted Gold, so stay in close proximity and give him a little bit of support there. And if you guys have any comments, criticisms, critiques, let me know in the chat. I'll try and sift through it, through all the troll and the flame, what have you. Meanwhile, Painted Gold was running for that top lane regen rune, but not going to get it. And this is really going to gimp, like, the early regeneration that Beastmaster would really want in this lane, and the runes that he would want to pick up to be able to gank the side lanes. But, I mean, not too huge of a loss. He will still be out-leveling these two heroes here at the mid lane. And once he picks up that 6, I doubt he'll be sticking around there too long. I realize that it might have been that, but you also have to realize that the Shadow Demon is still staying here at mid instead of rotating down towards the bottom lane. So, like, I don't see a reason why you would try and take away from Sand King's EXP when, he can obviously just solo effectively against him. That's the only reason I think that, it's not only because, or like they didn't go mid only because they thought it was Morphling CM. And now we do have a dive coming around the backside. Nice smoke gank coming out here, but Windrunner going to do the smart thing and just Windrun away. Is she going to get away completely? I'm not really sure. Yeah, she will be fine, as Mikey and Last Hit Magic going to be too far past the tower, and just going to settle for a push here. Now, we do have the tier 1 push starting down here at the bottom lane. They timed it really well with the siege creep as well. So, gonna see this tower, if not go down, take a lot of damage as the glyph is popped. We do have a dive going down at mid lane. Caught the very tail end of that one. But it looked like a pretty typical Disruption, Soul Catcher, Burrow Strike, and yep, etc. just to pick up the kill there on that one. So Painted Gold is gonna be the first death here in the game. First blood going to Shadow Demon. So that's gonna be Chick, Boots, Courier, what have you. And a bit of rune control coming out here. Sand King gonna pick up the Invis rune, bottle it up, and maybe gank towards the top lane. Not really sure. It's a possibility. If they push this lane up enough from the Dire, and have the creep waves tanking it, they could easily dive that. Yeah, I'm not really sure, Jedi. I mean, it's nice to kill him, but honestly, you're trading. Like, you're trading all this. Meanwhile, Korok is just getting free farm, and they're going to push down that tier 1 tower relatively soon, within the next few minutes, I'd assume. And he's got 26 CS. He's picked up the Akala, so yep, he's picking up the early armor aura, and they really want to push down this tower early, it looks like. Smart call by him. And they're going to try and go for the same thing, it looks like. The two-man smoke between Crystal Maiden as well as Chen Creep and Chen. And they're going to go around here. Oh, wait, actually, they did take the tier 1 tower. I guess, oh, sorry. They did that while First Blood was going down at mid. No wonder I didn't even notice. But, yep, it looks like they're going to go for the same thing. Try and go for a backstab here on zNation's Windrunner. But it looks like it's not going to happen. Instead, maybe going to rotate in towards the middle lane. And this has potential. Painted Gold, not necessarily level 6 yet, but he's going to have the level 3 Wild Axes. And yeah, it's going to be decent damage if they do want to do that. But no, actually, bottom lane. It is going to be Windrunner going down. Windrunner is pop, but Last Hit Magic has put his Centaur in position. Waveform has gone over the top, and, well, actually, oh wow, the salve is going to get cancelled here by the range creep. How unfortunate. And it looks like he's not going to get away as Chen picks up the last right click there.
False demagoguery. Regeneration.
Regen picked up by the Shadow Demon there. Does not want Chen or the Beastmaster to pick that one up. Nicely done there. I really like this movement from zNation support across the map, particularly from the Shadow Demon. But of course, I mean, the ganks coming out from Mikey as well as Last Hit Magic have just been so spot on. Looking at the gold graph, 6 minutes into the game, 1-1, and it is 500 gold advantage in favor of the Dire team. And that's pretty much just the first blood, as well as a bit of an out farm coming across the top and the middle lane. And Chen not really dedicating too much of his time to farming up the jungle, but rather just pushing. And Anti-Mage has picked up his Ring of Health along with Treads, so it might be him going for a battle here. I think that's what it's going to be. I think he wants to try and outfarm this Morph lane, try and get his items up earlier, and try and be more effective early on in the game, as well as get some good split pushing going. As a Radiant team, obviously they're going to be doing a lot of 5-man pushing. They have Beastmaster, they have Chen, they have Syllabear. You know, Anti-Mage gonna take advantage of the fact that they're just 5-manning a lane and gonna push down a lane by himself, split push that, and hopefully come out with some tower trades. Looking at the CS right now though, 43 on the Morph lane, only 30 on Solera, 19 on Last Hit Magic, and Painted Gold on with a 14. And actually, Anti-Mage coming out on top with the farm over Morph lane, 54 CS. 36 on the Sand King and 10 on the Venomancer, and that is pretty much it for zNation. But keep in mind that Korok also has the Tower Gold advantage over the Morph lane, so some of the lack of CS there made up for a bit. And actually that advantage might be evened out here, as we do see the Dire team moving into it for a tier 1 push up here at the top lane. But at the same time, we do see the Swartz here from the Radiant sitting down towards bottom, maybe going to go for a dive and push down that tier 2 tower. So that could be a decent trade there, tier 1 for tier 2. Meanwhile, Epicenter is channeling and Solera is going to go down quite easily. Nicely done by Sand King to go for the backstab there and just dive past the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is
Last Hit is going to go to the Anti-Mage, and not too much getting accomplished down here at the bottom lane. They really need to make something happen, and it looks like they are going to do such a thing, as Korok coming around the fog, gonna just, oh god. Windrunner is pop, needs to be careful here. Now, Mikey gonna latch the Frostbite, but actually a TB coming in from Sand King, and he's gonna get the kill there on Chen, throwing down the negative urn charge, but now he needs to be careful. There is no Frostbite just yet on Crystalman, but Sandstorm is down, and he's gonna go down, it looks like. Last right click coming out here from Korok, maybe. He has waveform up in about 4 seconds, but no, not gonna dive that far past the tower, and just gonna settle for that kill on Windrunner. But now not even gonna be able to push that tier 2 tower, so kind of coming behind in the absolute gains here in terms of gold, as Solera is gonna go down. It looks like Anti-Mage going deep on this guy. Wow. And yep, gonna throw on the Mana Void for that last one. Blink is gonna be up in about 1 second. Are they gonna get the kill on this one? Oh no! Test of Faith mid animation, not gonna get the kill there. And Anti-Mage is gonna be perfectly fine. Gonna flask up as well. And he's very tanky. He's got that Vanguard, and it looks like he's gonna go for the split pushing Vlad's build. Now Windrunner trying to go aggressive here, but TP coming out from looks like to be Mikey. Oh no, a disconnect coming out from Beastmaster at the worst possible time as Anti-Mage is about to get the kill on him at maybe 200 HP. He does have 6 armor though, so we'll see. But apparently Painted Gold does have a storm in his region, so that could make sense for why he disconnects. And zNation, okay, that's nice that he's dead, so okay, whatever. And I actually did not see that Miracle Max. And go is called, and resume somebody. Don't think there's going to be TP support coming out here, as Mikey did just use his... Oh, no, maybe... Who was it? Who used their TP? Oh, it was Chen. Chen uses TP at bottom lane. So, doesn't look like there's going to be much of a response here. And TP comes in from Mikey, actually, and the last hit is going to go to Shadow Demon. Yep, but oh, wow. Solera going to get the last hit there on Anti-Mage, and now zNation Nexus is going to be in a bit of trouble. We do have Chen rotating in from the jungle, and yup, Tessa Faith and a right click is going to pick up the kill there. Nicely done by them. And Venomancer actually died to the Radiant. So that was a 3 for 2 in favor of the Radiant team. Nicely done. So I was wrong. The response coming out from Mikey there, doing just enough. Just enough. Meanwhile, Korok just sitting bottom, having a jolly good time. He is 66 and 28 with 2 assists and no deaths or kills. Last hit Magic just gonna go back to the jungle and try and get his farm up. Invis Rune is up on Sand King, and oh no. Solera, Anti-Mage Blinkin. Oh, what? He misses a... Okay, misses a Burrow Strike. Is he going to get away here, though? He does have Phase Boost, but no, kind of a strange shoot. Sun is going to go off on Sand King, and now the nice Frostbite coming out from Mikey to prevent him from blinking on him. Wow. If that wasn't a throw by Sand King, I don't know what it was. Meanwhile, Venomancer rotating in towards the bottom lane, trying to give some support to this Windrunner and prevent Korok from farming up too much. To what avail, I'm not really sure. Actually, Venomancer might run into Smoke Chen as well as Crystal Maiden here. And they get revealed out of the smoke. Are they going to do anything here? Disruption goes. Soul Catcher as well. Going to latch onto last hit Magic. Demonic Purge too. He's going to take a lot of damage from this one. But zNation's Shadow Demon is going to go down. Nice Burrow Strike is going to catch Chen. And nice double hero shackle shot. Need to be careful here. Axes are going to pick up the kill. Not before he gets a Burrow Strike off to get a little damage off on Mikey, though. So nice play there by Quantic. Gonna go 1 for 2 on that one. That was a deuce of Sand King. And while all this is happening, Solera making up his farm now up at that top lane. He's at 26 CS. He's 1, 2, and 1. And hopefully we can see him maybe come out with a relic at around, I think, assuming how much pressure they put on him, a relic around 20 minutes would probably be his best bet. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. He's only sitting at 700 gold. But we'll see. Looking at the gold advantage now, only about 250 in favor of the Dire team, and slowly moving back towards the way of the Radiant. And looking at the CS, 84 here on Morphling. And Morphling, as I speak of him, he does get shackled as well as Demonic Purge, and he is going to go down here. Burrow Strike is going to be the last disable needed to pick up that kill there. And Korok going to go down. Set back just a bit there. 0-1 and 3, 84 CS. And only 30 or so CS on everyone else on the Radiant team. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage is 1-1 and 1, has 86 CS. So pretty much tied with Korok, except he has a kill on him. 46 CS on the Sand King, 3 and 1, 4-2 on the Shadow Demon, and really rough game for the offlane Windrunner as well. And it looks like they're just gonna go for the tier 1 tower down at bot after Korok gets picked off there. But are they gonna have a response to this? No TP. TP is on cooldown for Crystal Maiden. No TP on the Chen. But TP on Lone Druid, they could make something happen here. I don't think they should give up free map control like this. Yep, first TP coming out from Korok here. He's going to pick up his Ghost Scepter as well, so rushing that Ethereal Blade. Are they going to be able to do something here? War is going to go down on Windrunner. Windrunner has been popped already. Disruption is going to go down on Morphling. Not going to be able to waveform in for that kill on Windrunner, and now waveform on the Shadow Demon. Going to go down. Demonic Purge going to go off first, and a little damage there on Painted Gold. And looks like Quantic want to push down this tier 2 at bottom. And they have the Dark Troll Warlords. They're making an army of skeletons here. And that is going to be great with the level 4 Inner Beast Aura on Beastmaster. That is going to go down so fast. Meanwhile, at the top lane, though, Anti-Mage still farming. He's working towards that Vlad's. He should have it. Yep, he does have the Vlad's. So he's going to be doing some split pushing up there at the top lane, it looks like, once he picks that up. Invis Rune on the Skeleton, or Sand King once again. And, nope, tower is not going to go down. Creep's taking way too long to catch up. And, actually, tower down at bottom is in deny range, so maybe going to opt for that. Sand King doing some scouting around now. He's about 1,000 gold, maybe another 1,100 away from his Blink Dagger. And it looks like a push is going to start formulating here in the mid lane by the Dire team. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage, like I said, split pushing up here at the top. He has that Vlad's. He's working towards a Yasha. And they need to decide which one they want to defend here. Solera already says, I call top. That's my farm. But here at the mid lane, you have another TP coming in from Anti-Mage. And the split push is doing its job. It's attracting the TPs and the attention from the Radiant team. And now they're just going to siege down this tower. Wow, all these Troll Warlords taking so much damage. And Chen's creeps are just going down. Plague Ward's getting thrown down, just sieging down that tower, slowly but surely. And they're actually just gonna give up on this. They did what they want. They attracted the attention, and now with the TPs down, they're just gonna blink away and farm once again. I don't know. It's like they're kind of pigeonholing Quantic into this passive farm playstyle for both teams, and I mean I think that'll work out in the advantage of the Radiant, or of the Dire team, as they do have this Anti-Mage who is gonna have a little more carrying potential, considering Korok not really going for DPS items, but going for that shotgun morph build first. Replicate though doing a nice job of burning all the mana from Anti-Mage. Korok needs to be careful now though. Both heroes extremely low, and on mana as well as HP. Lone Druid's gold, he is sitting at about 2,200 gold. So yeah, he's working his way. He is farming like a madman, really wants to get that relic. And I still think 20 minutes is going to be the time, if he can keep it up at this rate. Gold just about even here. Meanwhile, down here at the bottom, gonna see a bit of a sandwich here. Sand King needs to be careful. He's gonna Burrow Strike. He cancels his Epicenter immediately. The Ensnare as well as the Frostbite gonna go off. Defensive Disruption, nice job there. He keeps some damage off of the Sand King for a little bit, but not gonna matter as he does go down 2 for 0 in favor of the Radiant team. And now they're gonna respond to bottom lane. Actually, no, they did not even deny the tower. And Anti-Mage gonna be able to pick that one up easily. Yes, I do have a dual monitor setup, so I am watching you guys chat. 2,400 gold now on Solera. Slowing down just a little bit. Maybe 22 minutes is going to be what it is.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
And tier 1 tower is going to go down here at mid. Glyph has been wasted. TP cancelled as well. Not sure who that was. I think Sand King. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. But, I mean, look at the towers right now. It's pretty much even. 2 for 2. And this isn't really what you want to see coming out from Quantic. They have the Chen, they have the Beastmaster, and they have the Lone Druid. But it looks like, we can push later on in the game. Why don't we get farmed for now? Let's get our abilities up. Let's get this Hand of God leveled up. Let's get Mech on our Chen. And let's get Radiance on our Bear. And then let's fight. Let's push towers 5v5 like that. Let's wait for those skills and items that enable us to do it even easier.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And that link is not going to be there. Anti-Mage kind of soloing the Roshan right now. It's not really doing it too quickly. Venomancer needs to throw on some Plague Wards and give assistance. But right now, I think Quantic knows what's happening. They have the Hawk flying out, but it's gonna get picked off immediately. But I think that's enough of an indicator. And Roshan is down to about half HP. Quantic are here. They know what's going on. And maybe want to do it themselves. Not too sure. Solera is not there though, so that would be a bit risky. As we do see Painted Gold running into the middle of the fight. Sand King is going to be the recipient of the Roar. Defensive Disruption doing a really nice job of keeping Sand King alive. Growstrike is going to go. He's going to go down still anyway. And Windrunner picks up the kill on last hit magic. Meanwhile, Frostbite is going to help solidify the kill on that Anti-Mage going to Solera. And now, Venomancer on the run does go down. Lone Druid picking up a double kill. And he is going to pick up that Radiance, or that Relic right now. Has 4,000 gold, but not before Korok gets picked off here. Down at the mid lane, Growstrike and Power Shot. Going to be enough burst damage to take him out. Quantic Mikey going to go down to the Shadow Poison, as well as the Windrunner right click. And yep, triple kill for the Windrunner. And I believe that was a 3 for 3. Came out even in terms of the kills, I believe.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But the tower is going to go to the Dire team. It looks like buyback from Morphlane. And are they going to be able to do anything about this? Nice Burrow Strike to get out of the battle. Korok, no, not even going to wait for him in pursuit. And wow, Korok really just has no farm.
Is under attack.
Only 1,800 gold. Doesn't even have his Ethereal Blade yet. And he's just been so ineffective this game. Only 3, 2, and 5. I mean, like, I don't know, yeah, man. He hasn't been like incredibly involved in all the fights, but I don't know. They really need him to get items. They need some sort of DPS to try and take down this Anti-Mage. I mean, Frostbite is good. It's gonna hold him in place. Same with the Primal Roar and the Integral Roots, but you need damage to supplement it. But yep, 4,100 gold in the Lone Druid. He is going to have that Relic relatively soon and Radiance to follow up after. Pipe is going to be the next item on Beastmaster. Chen has picked up that Mechanism, as I pointed out before. Anti-Mage has that Yasha. Maybe going to work towards his Manta style. Maybe wants to go for something else. Not really sure. Mechanism on Windrunner. 1,800 gold on the Sand King, very close to his blank, and I think once they get that, that could be a huge turning point in the team fights. Shadow Demon, nothing really on Venomancer. Did Mouse win game 1? You get the gold graph right now, and it is dipping back into the favor of the Radiant. I mean, we did see they had a pretty successful team fight. They've had a couple of successful pickoffs and a somewhat successful team fight. And I mean, really, all this is attributed to Chen really just working the jungle, getting that extra gold up, while allowing Korok to dedicate his farming time to bottom, Solera to top, and CM and Beastmaster to mid. I wouldn't really fault the Mouse players for being confident that they're going to win the qualifiers. I think there's one thing being realistic. I also think there's another thing about keeping a mindset when you go into like huge games like that. If you go in thinking that, you know, like, this is going to be really close, like, I don't know if we can win. I don't know. I think you just need to have confidence in yourself. I don't think saying we're going to win is, oh no, a bad thing. Mouse is playing Infused. Yeah, we're still waiting for the pause here. Sec just called by Korok. Don't really know why. Go, go, go. Sounds good. Take a look at the stats right now while we're waiting for the unpause. And Sec is called by zNation, so. And the game is going to be resumed right now. And it looks like the Dire team really want to finish off this Roshan. A whole lot of nothing really getting done here by the Dire team. Well, kind of by both teams, to be honest. At least the Radiant are farming up a couple camps in their jungle. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage is doing the Ancient Sack here, while Sand King trying to farm up that Blink Dagger. And I think, actually, this is nice. The Dire are kind of hinting towards Quantic that they want to do Roshan, and if they can bait them into the Roshan pit, while Sand King having just acquired this new Blink Dagger, I think this could go really well for a team fight for them if they can bait them into that. And yep, here we go. We see the Chen creeps running into the fray, trying to get rid of all that fog. Give some vision, and we do have the roar going off on Shadow Demon, getting caught out of position away from his team. Really not the place you want to be, but now we have Sand King jailing that epicenter, but Anti-Mage is going to go down immediately. A big epicenter is going to land though. The mechanism, look at that heal. And Chen, Hand of God, wow. And there's nothing zNation can do about this heal, and it looks like they're going to have a really rough time trying to come out of this one, as it is 2-0 so far. Wow, Sand King actually gained out of that fight. Nicely done by him. Quantic not wanting to waste too much time with that one. And they're just going to move into the Roshan pit right here. Roshan is going to go down. They're going to pick that one up as Mikey catches the Windrunner out of position. Frostbite is going to almost nullify most of that Windrun ability, but nope, not going to be enough. Team not there to follow up, but not too big of a deal, as they are going to take out this tier 2 tower at bottom, which is incredibly low HP already. Blade is up on Morphling, and he picked up the Aegis. So it looks like they want to go in for that tier 3 tower, perhaps? Or no. Guess not. They're saying, we're low on mana, our skills are on cooldown, let's farm. We've made plenty of space for us to farm. And Chen, let's see. He's still got that level 1 Hand of God, but 200 heal, 250 on the mechanism, and that's only 450, but I mean, it just does wonders for nullifying all that damage from those AoE abilities, such as the Poison Nova, such as the Epicenter, and the Power Shot. And now they also have the Pipe on the Beastmaster, so even more of that is just going to be nullified. Looking at the gold advantage now after that Roshan and the team fight, and wow, 3,000 swinging. Look how, like, it was pretty much in control of zNation at one point, and then it just started being even, but now just swinging up 3,000 in favor of the Radiant team. Looking at the EXP, same deal.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Moving up towards the top lane, gonna take this tier 1 tower pretty easily. They do have a glyph, but not even gonna bother wasting it. As actually, they are gonna try and trade this. Bottom tier 1, or mid tier 2 tower is gonna get sieged down pretty hard by zNation. And there is a response coming out here from Quantic. Shackle Shot is not gonna lash. Frostbite on the Anti-Mage, but nothing there. And now Beastmaster sticking around the top lane for a little bit, but now TP coming out from Anti-Mage. Does Anti-Mage have mana to sell yet? No, he does not. He is about 100 gold away from his ultimate orb and another 650 from that recipe. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage gonna get initiated on up at the top lane. We've got a hasted Beastmaster, already used a roar, and the Ethereal Blade Shotgun Morphling is gonna take him out really quickly. Tough to even commentate that, considering how fast they killed him. But Radiance is up on the bear. I believe actually it was up in the last fight, but just want to point that out. Radiance is up. Almost 2100 gold on Korok. Not sure what he's going to go for next. Manta Style is always a good option. Try just for, you know, pushing up the towers even faster. If you want to go Scatty, tank up a bit, get some more stats for that Adaptive Strike Ethereal Blade combo. And Pipe is going to be popped with the creep wave, so they're going to be able to take down this tower, or at least do a lot of damage to it without letting their creep wave get killed off too fast. And yep, tower's going to go down. Leyland Druid going to take the last hit there. Melee Rax getting siege down, and yep, that is down as well. Nice little hero shackle shot, but nothing going to follow up there. And I think Quantic are just fine, just backing up out of this one. I don't really think they need to try and instigate any kind of fight.
Dire's middle tower is
So they're
under
gonna
attack.
get sent back to heal. And Spirit Bear is gonna be sacrificed to the Dire team. Sacrificial offering. Trying to get the juke going, but nope, not gonna happen.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Now above 5,000 gold difference for the Radiant team, and wow, I did not even notice. Oh, what? Okay, he moved the replicate all the way down to his own jungle before he even went in there and got the easy shotgun kill on this Shadow Demon. Nice play. Alright, Korok. Ninja, little ninja. And he has picked up that point booster as well as Orb of Venom, so it looks like he wants to go for that Scatty. Force Life is going to be the next item for Windrunner, but a little too late as a lot of these items they needed to pick up earlier on in the game. Sand King going for the Aghanim Scepter. And Ultimate Orb is picked up on Anti-Mage finally, and he's going to have his Manta Style now. But I don't know. He's lacking a lot in the HP department, and against these heroes, against, you know, Frostbite not letting you blink out, Beastmaster Roar, and then the Ethereal Blade Shotgun Morph doing so much damage. It's just so hard for you to, like, you know, do anything to, like, use that mobility to get out of those ganks. It's gonna be pretty tough for him. Scatty? I have Scatty. Anti-Mage doing the same thing up here at top once again, just trying to split push. Maybe gonna come out with that tier 2 tower. He does have that Manta Cell, and the tower is down to about half HP, so very possible. They don't have
Radiant's
Glyph either.
top tower is under attack.
Saving that Manta in case he needs to do a little dodging of sorts. Painted Gold comes out of the smoke. He's not gonna get the Roar off though, and yep, that's why he saves the Manta Cell, cancels the Roar mid-animation, and he's gonna get out of there perfectly fine. And yep, it really just looks like Quantic is just trying to play this safe. They're up a Rax, but right now they're just trying to get their big items up. They want the Scatty up on Morphling. They want this Assault Cuirass on Solera, and I mean, once that's done, I'm sure they have no problems with just pushing into the base. And you know, they might even do it right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 2 tower is gonna go down, no problem.
Dire's middle tower
Glyph
has
is still
fallen.
down for another 1 minute for the Dire team, so I expect they're just gonna pipe up with this wave. Yep, there it is, and here we go, knocking on the front door of the Dire team, mid tier 3 tower. And is this one gonna go down without a fight? Anti-Mage does get disrupted. Want those illusions doing some damage out here. Terror 3 tower does go down. Korok doing a lot of damage in the middle of the fight right now. Waveforms, but it does not completely get out of this one. And now the Spirit Bear doing a lot of work actually on this Venomancer, doing so much damage and preventing the Sand King from blinking. Nice job, Solera. Not going to let the Epicenter get off, but a nice little hero Shackle Shot is going to take down Mikey as well as the Aegis on Korok. And now Venomancer is going to go down. Anti-Mage is still close to full HP, but the Roar as well as all the right clicks are going to take him down pretty close. 100 HP. Going to get out in the nick of time. And yep, Melee Rex is going to go down here.
Dire's middle barracks.
Korok. Gonna get the Adaptive Strike. Nice. Rub Salt in the wounds, and it looks like this is gonna be a tough game for the Dire to come back into, if there is any chance of them doing so at all. And look at the speed creep, the Taskmaster, laying Painted Gold just goes so fast. Look at this guy. Now Korok turning it around, gonna throw in the Eth Blade. Oh, but he waits for him into the middle of all of them, and it looks like he's actually gonna go down here. Oh, but no, he's gonna run out of mana now, but nice. Chen is gonna send him back, and he's gonna be perfectly fine. Meanwhile, Last Hit Magic is gonna sacrifice himself for that one, and he's gonna go down. And now Quantic Mikey is gonna be the next to take the fall. Okay, Shackle.
Top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Solera just being so annoying with that Spirit Bear, staying up there and letting the top lane push out so far.
Invisibility.
Is he gonna try and go for the kill here actually on zNation Nexus? He's gonna try it, but I don't think he's gonna get it. Radiant's not doing enough damage, and he actually might lose his bear for this one. Gale is gonna miss though, perfectly fine there. Meanwhile, Morphlane going mano-a-mano versus this Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage just gonna duck out of there really quickly. He has picked up the quarterstaff, so wants to go for that butterfly and try and do some good right-click damage against this Morphlane without taking too many pot shots from his right-click.
Dire's middle barracks
But look
are
at the
under
gold
attack.
difference, almost 10,000 gold difference in favor of the Radiant team, and it's only going to get higher as they control this map so hard. Like, they're farming up Dire's jungle, they're farming up their own jungle, and they've got all three lanes at their disposal if they ever push out. Sec being called by zNation, and they are going to pause this one up. And one thing I want to note, at that mid tier 3 tower fight, Solera moving that Spirit Bear into the Sand King while he was epicentering didn't let him get that blink epi off. It was so good. Just like the awareness and the micro coming out from Solera really just limited how much damage they were going to take during that team fight. Morphling staying at about 209 CS. Wow. Even though he has so much CS, I really don't feel like he's gotten, that much farm. I feel like I've seen Korok come out at 30 minutes with at least one other big item in addition to these two. But not really sure. Solera, I gotta say, Solera did an incredible job. I know, it sounds like I'm sucking him off here, but Solera did a really great job with coming back from that tough early game he had and picking up that Radiance by the 22-minute mark. And, just being effective throughout the entire game. The Anti-Mage 212 CS, but unfortunately not enough carry potential here coming out of him to try and out-carry both the Silver as well as a Morphlane. Korok is a boss. Reconnection coming out from Sand King. Should get restarted soon, and go is called. Go, go, go. Unpause. And, melee racks did go down at mid, like we saw before, so looks like they're just going to gear up to go in through that bottom lane. Maybe get a split push going if they really want to do that, but I don't think it's necessary. I think taking the 5v5 fights is pretty much the easiest thing the Radiant could do right now. Shout out to Jay. Meanwhile, we do have a 5-man smoke coming out here at the bottom lane, and are they going to be able to catch anyone? No, they're not. Actually, no, it was only a 4-man smoke. Anti-Mage kind of gave that one away a bit there, not being in the smoke, and this ward saw him out. Roshan is up. Still the second Roshan, so there's not going to be any cheese with this one. Meanwhile, Morphlane needs to be careful. Might get caught out of position here. If he gets shackled, I think that's going to be the death of him. Gonna go in for that Sand King. Wait for him, and the Adaptive Strike. Gonna shotgun him down immediately, and wow. Holy crap.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
That was nice. I didn't even notice he had the replicate up. That was epic. And now they're just gonna go in for that Roshan, and there we go. Aegis on the Morphlane. Going through the bottom or mid. And it's gonna be GG, it looks like. Necrobook 2 is up as well.
Running with the pack.
Providing a lot of extra auras there. I mean, Just look at this. You got the attack speed aura from Centaur. You got AC on the Bear. Inner Beast. Jeez, man. Vlad's? I'm pretty sure someone had Vlad's. It's crazy. No, maybe no Vlad's. Take it back. I take it back. And now walking into the base, Invis gonna one-shot the. Oh my god! Shadow Team immediately replicate back out. So cheesy. And now Morphling or an anti-mage taking so much damage. Roar's gonna go down. Nice force dive is gonna keep him out of the fight for a second, but no, he's gonna go down. And a big epicenter is gonna catch them all really low on HP. But now after the mech and the pipe and the hand of God, they're all gonna get healed up immediately. Ridiculous. Range Rex does go down. Sand King is gonna get taken out. And GG is called. zNation to the loser bracket. Round 1. Shout out to Ken. And this round 1 victory is going to go to Quantic Gaming, 2-1 over the boys from Russia, zNation. GG, well played. zNation put up a hell of a fight, particularly in the first game. Second game, they played really well. Shoutouts going out. Feel free to take a look at that, guys, as I know a lot of NA people are watching this game. And thanks for watching. Shout out to all 40 people that were tuned in at once. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will upload the VODs later to my YouTube account, and I will also update Kato versus NextKZ if you want to check that out. So thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed it.